lovely birds somewhere. All right, everyone, we are live. I obviously just sat down at my desk for the first time today. Hello, everyone. Good day wherever you are and whatever time it might be. This is the ExO Economy Core meeting. This is the meeting where we all get together to tell each other what we're doing, our projects in the ExO economy. And once we've done that, should we need help, should we need to move things forward, should we detect something that could be improved in the economy, that should be brought up as an agenda item, and we will figure out the next step. That is literally our primary goal today. Sometimes the meeting takes twists and turns, but that is what we set out to do. So really welcome everybody. We've got quite a few folks online today, and we'll start in the same way we usually do with there's kind of a trio of folks that I think really should kick us off. That's going to be Nikki, Eric, and then Kevin to let us know what's going on. And then after that, I think we'll switch over to Toby and Najib today. So Nikki, Eric, Kevin, Toby, Najib. Okay. You out there, Nikki? I didn't.
Very good. Sorry about that.
That's
all right.
Okay.
So the 30 doubling challenge is over. It was a huge success. We have so much going on and it's so exciting. But here's some stats. This is the interesting part. We had 52 people who qualified for the 30 doublings. So each of them received their 10,737 tokens. And so that's huge and exciting. But we had other people, we had 3 that qualified for the 31st doubling. So they got another 10,737 on top of that. So that was pretty special. And we actually had a couple of other people who just were stellar in the background. So I'll be tipping them from my own budget. And that's just to say, I appreciate that you helped us pull this off, because it was huge and it was a beta test and so many things didn't go quite as planned, but so many things did come off very polished. But in addition, we also have, and hopefully there's a little bit of buzz in the chats and WhatsApp and everywhere else, Discord, etc. We actually paid a bonus to other people participating. So if you didn't make it to the 30, we actually gave you an additional bonus just to say thank you for participating and proving this model is useful. So we had 18 who qualified for a $500 or 500 token bonus. Sorry, I put a dollar over my mouth. And then we had 22 who just missed. They didn't quite make 10 doublings. So we also gave them 100 tokens. And so it's like, that's to say thank you. You stuck your toe in the water. And this is an example of how we take this and move it forward in the future. So out of 2,800 total submissions, we had 2,000 that were qualified. So there were 800 that were kind of, that was a little outside the parameters and terms and conditions, but we know better next time to alert people. You've got a limit on how many times you can do that particular submission, etc. So hopefully we'll see that going forward and make that a standardized thing within the community so you can start to earn tokens and be compensated for that. The top categories submitted, just so you know, these are the top engagement levels that people in the community voted and basically showed up, is proof of staking. That was the first and foremost. Social posting, that's the easiest really. Certifications, that's people who are just engaged anyway and been compensated in the first place with a certification, and they also got compensated for being in that vote. Attending events was 4th, and then the 5th was the marketplace engagements. So on that note, the marketplace engagements is where I'll be focusing. We've got several roles coming available as we build out ExO Academy. And I'll be posting, basically light versions of what the task is. But what I've found is that I really need to co-create those positions and roles for you. And so anybody who wants to play and has a talent, we basically want to write this description together so it suits you and your purpose. So everybody's a win, 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 win is the whole theme behind it. So I'll be writing the initial post. You come back to me with whatever you have superpowers in, and then we'll make it right for all of us. We have the FAQs that are up and running. They're being perfected and polished constantly because we kind of just clamored to get the 283 or 63 or whatever it was questions answered. And so now we're polishing those answers so they're a little bit more structured and leading into other types of education. So we'll have video, written word, everything that you can go to get your questions answered in the right possible way. Next roles, we have a reporter role that's still open. Thought we had it nailed, and it turned out that was a content producer, so that's okay. We need content production too, so we'll keep doing it. And we're working on budgets. In addition to ExO's only, we're working on eventually getting to a mixed hybrid, like with the advisory calls that you see in the marketplace. You'll see, 200 ExOs, 100 USD. So we're working on a plan to kind of bring that to the table in the coming months. But for now, ExOs only. So those of you that want to play, earn some more, stake some more, we've got some roles opening up. So private message me and we'll talk. That's it. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Nikki. Good seeing everyone. So as Nikki mentioned, great work happening from the ExO's front as we continue to bring the token to market. And with that, work continues with, as you just heard, the FAQ. So thanks to Anya and Nikki and others for putting that together. The business overview doc, the tech overview doc, the light paper. I'll be reaching out to Toby so we can add and Anya to add some additional content to the business overview doc, some of the decentralized finance comments, DeFi, and we'll get that document revved up from its current version of 3.0. On the core treasury side, I think as we all have seen in Sway, at least now there's a capability to, when you submit your new proposals, to decide, based on 50,000 ExOs tranches, right? So you could submit a proposal for less than 50K, greater than 50K. And the Treasury met, I think it was last week. We'll meet again as we normally do weekly and talk about how we can make that a little more obvious, as we did have at least one submission that was a little off. But other than that, we'll be reaching out as we, I think, have started to all of the current proposals from Sway that have been funded, to make sure that they've done their reporting. As we've mentioned in the past, everybody that has a Sway proposal that's been accepted now has kind of a monthly check-in, right, publicly on Discord, as well as the platform openexo.com, to basically kind of check in and let folks know how the project's moving along, how the ExOs are spending, and all that. The other core treasury related tidbit we talked about is, and we mentioned this I think a little bit last week, we're going to try to rotate some of the positions. Obviously we're going to do this pretty slowly, as there's a little bit of back end work that has to happen every time we pull somebody in, have to create new wallets and all that. We're probably going to start with just one person at a time. And then again, there'll be plenty of overlaps. So, there's a little bit of a learning curve, as you can imagine, but the Treasury, I know, is up for that. So we're looking forward to that. And then probably just a last bit of note, I think Angela will talk more about this, is the ExO Academy that he and others have been planning and working on. I'm going to probably throw my hat in the ring as well and try to work on some resources, a curriculum, a course or two. Who knows, maybe it'll eventually be like a certificate program or something, right? So there's some great resources that are already out there from some great third parties. And happy to put together some actually like hands-on exercises and do this, do that. So it's not all just slides in theory and listening, hoping for the best, but actually doing stuff like, downloading the wallet, installing the wallet, getting MetaMask set up, etc. So I'll look for that. More news coming in the coming days. So with that, I'd like to hand it over to Kevin.
Cool. Thanks so much. From my side, just around community and the ExO economy, have been spending quite a lot of time assisting people with their wallets. I had like a 2-hour marathon today, which was interesting because actually there was quite a lot of learnings just around the fact, a simple thing like, hey, there's no like roadmap of telling me what's what, and the FAQs, I don't even know what question to ask. So the FAQs are not helpful because I don't even know what question I need to ask, which was interesting feedback. But yeah, so there still is some confusion around the platform, the portal, the core wallet, and the Electrum wallet. So I think just having something that's really clear and a picture might be something that'll be pretty helpful. FAQs to show you which questions you need to ask, and then just also trying to manage things as much as possible in Discord as well. And thanks to Najib and Sergio for being in there and answering a lot of questions. You will see that there's more and more help channels coming up. We've had a whole lot of questions around staking in this past week, and I actually think that's as the sun comes out here, that's pretty much everything from my end. And I can't remember who was supposed to go after me. Toby, I think.
Hi, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I think it was me. So yeah, no, lots going on our end. To some questions earlier, the tokens are live now on the Rinkeby testnet. So there's a way to, but not yet hooked up with the platform and the dashboard. And we're doing a bit of work initially just with Kent and I think Tudor, just to really hash out what should be on that dashboard and how that can be valuable for the community. And then once we've got like a test case example, we can air it to the community and see where that looks like in a testnet format over.
Hey, Toby.
Yeah.
Hey, Toby, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you have maybe just like a screenshot or anything you could show of the dashboard current state? I haven't seen it for a while. And I know Najib, of course, has published version .21 of the wallet, which is the other half of that. So if we can have that in stream today, that'd be great. If not, no pressure.
Yeah. So the obviously, like we wanted to put in some of the feature requests from Friday, so I think it might be better to air it next Tuesday.
Totally fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's. But the good thing is that there's. I'm catching up with Chris directly after this call, and then on Friday we'll have a clear kind of roadmap of exactly what you want in there, I think.
Okay.
So,
maybe Chris can join us next Tuesday.
Yeah, he can join you either next Tuesday or on the Friday, depending on when is good. So we'll I'll find out with him what time works basically. But yeah, no, 100%. But there is the and then yeah, I think there's a lot of strategy and tactics that we're working on in terms of how it joins up EXOs to WEXOs, which is quite exciting. And on the FAQs, of course, feel free to put together diagrams and whatever, right? Which might flow probably naturally. Like my advice would be, rather than create additional work, once you've got the platform live and can download a testnet wallet, people can learn by doing, right? So once that's probably much simpler. You can figure out if you can make something work much more easily if you actually play around with a tech product, would be my advice, rather than create additional work ahead of the fact. I think and if we're finding people need a diagram and photos and whatever, we can do that with a working product, which is always a helpful way to do it, right?
Okay. Thank you, Toby. Do you want, sorry for the change here, but Anya, do you want to update with Toby, since you two are working on the same side? Anything to add to Toby's updates?
No, it's just we've been working, so I've been helping Nikki on the FAQs in order to structure them correctly. And then the other pieces, as Toby mentioned, right, we are working together with you, or planning to work to firm up further the next phase of the launch.
Where are the FAQs, Nikki? We should show them. ask you, where are the FAQs? Are
Slash
they only
FAQ.
clickable /FAQ? I was gonna say, are they only in the wallet, or are they also?
No.
So on the website, everybody, just a quick pause here for demo, Love Live demos. So this is the economy.openexo.com/FAQ. Let's see. Yes. And there are all these lovely questions here. Even if you don't know what to ask, the questions are here. And for example, what is staking, which comes up a lot. And I think that we'll be expanding this greatly in the Academy context over time. But this is a great place to start if you don't think you know what to ask. And the
And there's a
team's done a
search bar,
wonderful
too,
job. And
at the
there's a
top.
search bar. Oh, look at that. There's a search bar too.
You
So
love those, kids.
staking. I love search bars. So look at all the different places staking is mentioned. This is a question I got recently, actually. So look at that. There it is. Thank you, Nikki. I sent that over, and there it is. And this is not. I'm not going to spend time on this right now, but we also have a new feature that activated a little while back called cold staking, which will actually change this answer. So Nikki, we should talk about that. I had a conversation with Najib about it last week. So yeah, anyways, that's the end of the demo. I just really want people to know this is here, ExO Economy -FAQ. Maybe this is one of those things, Nikki, we should put FAQ right across the top in big red letters. I don't know.
It is on the menu, but you're right.
Yeah.
It needs to be everywhere.
I'm just joking. But just really wanting to help people help themselves to a degree, right? Because you do have to take some agency here. But thank you, Toby. Thank you, Anya. We were going to, oh, go ahead.
One point of clarification from Chris, and I think it's probably something that's going to be answered on Friday, is did we still want an airdrop? And I guess the question was, we were going to look through some of the mechanics of that on Friday, and
I believe we will answer that with finality on Wednesday in the workshop we've scheduled, Toby.
In the workshop on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Perfect. And
okay.
Anya's awesome. Amazing, right?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Najib, you were up next, and then Yaroslav, Lisa, and Jillian.
Yes, few upgrades there. First one, I will start with the easy one, that is regarding the tip-bot. Tip-bot has been quite being used, a lot of activity there. Like everyone knows, we had announced last week like a maintenance windows starting yesterday, or it started at midnight UTC today. We are almost back to be live. I think in an hour we'll be live. Basically, like everyone knows, we are facing off QT. The deadline was May 31st. And the last of the QT that we didn't want to touch was the QT that was connected with the tip-bot then, because obviously it was very sensitive. But we are very careful with that, and we leave some other people just to see, and we cross the fingers that the QT network will not shut down, which was the case. We still have someone out there that is still staking. It's only a single node. We haven't been able to know who is it, but the QT is no longer, we don't have, it was the last one that we were having, was the one connected with the tip-bot. Tip-bot right now has the full node code that is behind running. And in our part, we don't have a single QT. Now our fear, and I want to express it again, is not that we are going to shoot it down. At the moment that any of those QT nodes receive a signal of like a transaction from SegWit, all of them will stop working. That is because the activation window with those features that Ken mentioned a few minutes ago, one of them was SegWit, the other one is how you can program tokens to be expended in the future. And the last one is the cold staking. All of those ones were activated on a month ago, exactly, like May 15. Then right now we have all of those features that now QT is going down. Then again, in an hour or less than an hour, QT is back. We have a new thing there that is, I need to argue there, Vanessa, but Kevin, we are going to create a single channel for the stats. We have a bot that it has been giving a lot of stats that we can ask on Discord, like what is the channel with more users, who is the more active users, what are, all of those ones. That is very important, especially Discord has been growing enormously, 50, 60 users per week, and that's awesome. We need to keep doing that. It's an excellent news. And the mentality has been changed. That is the most important. Is not that a single person to provide support. All of you guys have been excellent providing answering. It doesn't need to come from one person. And now is the community answer some other community members. It's excellent. We move from the mentality that is a one-to-one. Now we are more into the exponential mentality to everyone can participate. This is a community-driven project. This is a community to community. Excellent. All of you guys, thanks a lot. We participated this past week on the Bitcoin 2021 in Miami. We have a great exposure. We went there with Salim. People were very excited about the project, know more about the project, know how to join the project. That is excellent. From the wallet perspective, just very quick tour here. Everybody knows that this Sunday we had a major release, that it was the release 21. What it was big right now, big improvement on when the wallet start. Right now, my computer it boots in 8 to 12 seconds when sometimes it used to be 14 minutes, even on my computer. I was quiet because I have a lot of stuff there. And I was frustrated, as you guys were frustrated too. I was not excluded on that frustration. Right now, it takes my computer 12 seconds, and we still have some issues with computers that are not powerful, like AMD from a few years ago and all of those ones. But still, those computer have a major improvement too. Some of them had 20 minutes to boot. Right now, I will bet you that is under 5 minutes. That's good. I'm going to give you here one big things here is too, this one is already synchronized, but wallets that are not synchronized, here is going to show when it's synchronizing how many days behind is in the synchronization. Before it was like it's syncing. Right now it's showing 3 days, 4 hours, and that's and people know. Remember that when chain is synchronizing, this is the first thing that is going to catch up with the last block that is there. It's called a network height. And the wallet height is when you create a new wallet or you are restoring a wallet, the wallet need to go through all the blocks to see which transactions belong to this wallet. Then first, the node need to synchronize to the network height. And then after that, it's just gonna go and scan the all the blockchain just to see the blockchain that are already here on the computer to see which transaction belong to you. Then here you will see what is the status of that. Very quickly, here you guys already knew this one from the last release, but right now in this release, you have a link to each of these questions that are linked to the website that Ken just showed a few minutes ago. And here is a link to the portal too. And what is coming next, I'm going to give it here, the quick look, is how you can initiate a swap. Here is what is going to be those next step. You guys are the first one to see these ones. Here is more information. If you need more information, it's going to go back to here where it's going to show you what are those ones. But the most important here is a lot of here that is back and forward with the gateway. If you go on a daily cap, we are putting all of this together. And then if you go, you proceed to the transaction, but then the list of transactions, you will see here, these all can be reconstructed based on your 12 words. All of these ones are stored. All of this information is stored on the blockchain. Means if you lose your wallet, you can reestablish even the transactions that you are doing with the swapping process coming from those 12 words. That is what I call the mnemonic, or the 12 or the seed phrase. I just want to give you a quick look where we are, and it's a lot of progress. This is a work in progress. It's a ton of things that you don't see here behind the scenes that are connected with the gateway, connected with Toby and Ken, and the entire team is working on the other end. But I just want to show you where we are. That's pretty much from my side.
That was an excellent update, Najib. Thank you. So many things. That's incredible. Everybody needs to take a minute with version 21 to go through, click through, look for anything, feedbacks, anything there might be in there that you think could help people for the future eventuality that this is live, right? Because that's where we're headed. And the more sort of internal testing that we do, quality assurance, looking for typos, can we improve the wording? Could the buttons look different? The team can take that in. And not everything can be changed, but many things can be updated and tweaked to make it easier for people. That's what we really, really want. So thank you, Najib. That's fantastic. Let's see. Why don't we jump over to Cesar, then Yaroslav, then Lisa. Sorry, I changed the order, but I think that'll work better in this case. I know Cesar had a very interesting stuff at the Miami Bitcoin conference and might have some things to share.
Yeah, on that matter, as Najib said, it was a great event. We have a full house, so it was 250 people. We were able to connect with the local organizations, and we've been getting some presence in social network. Now, the next step this week, we have some workshops for getting the local organizations into the wallets and do the distribution of the grants. And in parallel, Karina is working with the 5 mentors that were selected. There were like 13 or 14 people that applied for that role. So that was great response to the post in the marketplace. So she selected the 5 mentors, and they will start working with the organization next week. The plan for those mentors is to work with these organizations to teach them about our ecosystem. And then also, yeah, we're getting, yeah.
Okay.
So to teach them about
yeah.
our ecosystem, our tools, and help them to connect with the resources on ExOs and Rutan. So that's the update.
Awesome. Thank you. I wanted to point out there were some excellent like fireside chats in particular at the Miami Bitcoin conference. They've been doing a good job of posting those out. I've been sticking some of them in the ambassador groups and things, but there's a couple of pieces of content in there for sure that are worth anybody who cares about crypto going to watch. I like to talk between Michael Taylor and Max Price, I believe it was, for example. Just really, really good content. All right. Miami's really working hard to become the Bitcoin capital, so pay attention. It seems like they might be getting it right. Let's see. So Yaroslav.
Great, thank you very much, Ken. So just very quickly from the certification world, which training programs are humming along well. We just started a coach cohort and also consultant cohort now for June. We are also now accepting payments in ExOs for foundations certification in English, and soon we are finally very close to releasing English and Portuguese, so that's going to be the same. So more use cases for the token and for the economy. And the key thing that I wanted to share here, just to really ask everybody for help, we are kind of way on the way now doing an outreach. We're actually contacting a lot of people individually, almost I think 600-700 people, encouraging community members to apply for our EXO awards, and just kind of hitting a lot of good reception. There's a lot of kind of exciting applications coming. Our primary purpose is to gather case studies of EXO projects out there that people have done, or EXO or companies who've implemented EXO attributes for their benefits. So you know, we are now in kind of the phase of gathering applications, and we'll have some voting, and finally the event itself at the end of July. So I'll just love to ask people here if they know any company, either a startup or an existing company that has implemented EXO attributes, or if they themselves have run EXO projects or know somebody who have done any EXO related projects or applied the attributes in whatever way, please share with them the link and encourage them to apply. Our current deadline is the end of the week, although we might extend it a bit if it's needed. So that's kind of the announcement here, and really asking for help.
Fantastic. If anybody's got any help for Yaroslav, just contact him directly. This event is shaping up to be really exciting. Lots of highlights for OpenExO community members, lots of case studies coming along. I became aware today, Yaroslav, of another case study that I thought was amazing, and I'm going to share that over with you so that you're aware. You may already be, I'm not sure. And I think also, I think we could end up with some really exciting booths and side sessions at your show as well. I've actually been getting some requests in here and there, and I think there might be some really cool stuff coming from the EXO Solutions Division, the Training Division, the Media Division. I think there's gonna be some fun stuff. All right, let's go over to Lisa and then Vanessa.
Speaking of case studies, so for the book, I've been going through more of the book, trying to organize the case studies, looking for duplications, but also trying to flesh out like more of the case studies within the book. Worked with Salim on some legal documents for the book. We've got the top 5 titles and taglines for A/B testing, gonna connect with Ray today to go over that, to start that process, and just working on some articles to help promote the book and continuing to, brainstorm ideas for the course or about the book.
Awesome. And just kind of put a fine point on that. One of the things that's happening as the new book is coming out is Lisa and other members of the EXO World Media team are working on the accompanying courseware to go into the LMS, some free, some paid, that will help people leverage the content that's in the new book and learn. There's going to be all kinds of exciting things there. And she's working with Yaroslav in the learning development team over there. So this is just a really awesome piece where the economy, the training, the media, everything is coming together. The platform will be involved in a number of ways. So it doesn't get more total community than the book project. So congratulations, Lisa. And also thanks again for some of the work you're doing on the upcoming new written word publication that we're doing. I really enjoyed the write-up you did as a sample article this morning. That will definitely get published.
Thank you.
That was great. All right, Vanessa.
Hi, everybody. I have the stats on the chat. We grew on our event last week, 107 new members on the Discord channel. That's pretty fun to do there with the Make It Rain.
We broke 1,000.
And G was very, very, very generous.
That's awesome. We broke 1,000 in Discord, you guys. That's huge. Congratulations.
Yes. And what else? I did a video to present that day, but there was like some issues with the equipment and we didn't show it up. But I did share that was on social media. It's like a walkthrough the Open EXO platform. I can share the link with you guys so you can check it out, share it. And we're promoting the wallet and all the articles that we have coming out on all the different channels. So staying pretty on top of the managing also some of the posts on Telegram that were not supposed to be there. There was some spam going on, so I'm taking care of that as well. Yes.
Thanks, Toby. See that you're heading out. Yeah. So that happens, right? So we have to deal with that sometimes, and that will probably grow. So we have to. Yeah. It's interesting, but.
Yeah. Ken, let me double click on what Vanessa just said about the video. Okay. I think she did a cool video to present the EXO platform. It's a 5-minute video. It's well done. I think we should all be finding a way to use the video because for someone that is new, could be a great thing to go and see all the functionalities and things that we have at the EXO platform. So it's really, awesome. Really great video. Vanessa, and I know was hard work because putting together 5-minute video is always hard work, I know.
I can't wait to see it. Where's also, I mean, it needs to go to Nikki and it needs to go to us over at marketing operations. We'll get it published into media, and then from media, it can get pushed into all the different video channels. Yeah, you'll be famous.
Yeah, Vanessa just posted the link in the chat here.
Awesome.
I tried to share it directly to the channels, but it was, I guess 5 minutes is too heavy. So I just posted it on my, Nikki, YouTube and share it.
Okay, that's perfect. I love that. But if you don't, with your permission, we'll grab a copy of that and syndicate it out to a number of other places and post those links. Nikki, Kevin, we know what to do with that. So, and then there's other places. This is something that's really developing, Vanessa, and we should chat sometime soon because I haven't talked to you one-on-one in a few weeks. But through the media division, so it's EXO World, EXO Media, there are now a lot of different places that a piece of content can go. And with the work that Nikki's been doing on the marketing side directly for economy, there are kind of a lot more, right? So there's an awful lot of places for content to syndicate to, and we're trying to get better and better automating that. And then beyond that, there are groups of people in the Open EXO community who do a lot of sharing of links with one another and supporting one another's written content. And I mean, once you tap into that, really, you start to hit potentially hundreds, if not thousands of people pretty quickly. But what we want to do is try to post those pieces of content so that they loop back around where people can learn more, right? That's the trick, right? Is creating that kind of it's like a viral loop in a way. So it's not exactly virality, but in a sense. So that's fantastic. I can't wait to watch it. I hadn't seen it, so I will watch it next minute I get. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Vanessa, Jillian, how are you? Anything you want to share today? Cute baby.
Hi guys. I'm just on my mobile. No, I just think we had a good on the and just looking at new ways of doing it in the future. So just yeah. So we're just looking at different ways to do it to make it easier, better. So just looking at.
Okay, so we've got some mixed feedback coming in there, and you're cutting in and out, Jill. But I heard what you said, that basically based on the outcome of the doubling challenge, we learned a lot. Nikki had said the same thing to me a few times, and we can definitely improve. And what I'd asked Nikki was to maybe if with this team even is figure out how can we take what we learned and not just do it again or do it again different, but embed it. So it's like almost like ambient in the economy. I think that would be pretty amazing, because then you're building engagement mechanisms directly into the economy itself. And I don't know the answer to that, but this is something we should certainly explore.
Yeah, and that's something I think we'll that's what we're looking at. Yeah, just making a whole culture of this, which is exciting.
That's a great word to use. Thank you. All right, let's see, Michael. I see you out there, Michael Monique.
Hi Ken, hi everyone. I'm just I'm just in listen only mode today, so no updates from my side.
Okay, no problem. All right, well, let's see. On my side, I just want to say that, I mean, that's super impressive. I'm going to go like 1 minute, and then we'll go and see if anybody has any open things or questions or stuck or what have you. But the amount of things that are going on, and by the way, what we're representing here, I'm aware of many more that aren't necessarily coming to the every week meeting, particularly as part of Core, but there are people out there that are embedding EXOs directly into their products. They're then connecting those products to, they're in the process of working to connect those products to the Open EXO platform via the new APIs. So I think that what I'll do just really quickly is, again, this is kind of repetitive, apologies, but one of the things that I'd like for people to see again is that if you, not that link, if you go to the main website, which by the way, the main website is also in a early stages of a redesign that I am super excited about to make it way easier to find all the stuff you need. But if you go to /dev on the main website, so that's openexo.com/dev, you find the API reference index. We are looking for 5 to 10, kind of think of them as a closed beta users to develop against these APIs. We have 3 or 4 already, and a couple of them are really pretty exciting indeed. And the APIs that have launched are events, circles, and marketplace. Community is being worked on now. Community is important because it will also include a way to do a form of single sign-on or login federation, because it's important that people be able to navigate from one thing to another thing to another thing with a relatively straightforward experience. So that's all going on right now. If you scroll down, you will find, and there will be more and more of these coming, because we're effectively writing parts of the Open EXO platform using the new APIs as they come out, and then publishing those apps that we write as reference applications. Yeah, so that's really cool. And then all the information here about the ExO Economy, the full node, and some of the apps, for example, and there are actually a lot more apps than just this one that are developed against a full node. Nikki, I was asking perhaps if we could collect those up and put some logos or something in here. That'd be great. But what I was going to say, and what's missing here, I just realized. Really? Okay. So yeah, we need to put something here about the way that the API works in the wallet. I'm not going to do another demo of that right now, but our ExO's core wallet is also, and can be considered an interface to an enterprise development platform interface to the ExO's blockchain. And that's how applications like Certifico and the updates you heard from Najib earlier work against the blockchain. So that's just something I really want everybody to be aware. I've gotten 2 really wonderful requests for the utilization of these APIs this week, and I'm connecting them over to the platform dev team. That platform dev team meets, I remember it's every 4 to 6 weeks, and talk about making apps against the APIs. So you're going to see that, you're going to hear that theme again and again and again. Kevin, did we launch that new survey, like launch it or not? Is it not ready to talk about yet? I can't remember.
It's not ready, not ready yet.
Okay, next time. It'll be great to show that sometime. It's not directly related to the ExO economy yet, but someday in the future it certainly could be. So we'll table that one for now. Okay, last 13 minutes. This is the part where if you heard something in a project update, if you've got an idea or a thought or something you think would move the economy forward, this would be a great time to bring it up and we can figure out what a next step might be to move that forward. Does anybody want to raise their hand for such a thing? Oh, no. Anybody? Angelo, did you go? You have a problem. You need to bring up that I forgot. No, you need to go. You're just too quiet over there. You got to yell at me.
I just hear, you need to process a lot of information in this meeting. Yeah, well, from my side, I just need to let you know that we are continually working on the plan related to the academy, based on the fact, based on all of the content and platform related to DeFi, and basically trying to find the simplest way to show the content. We also have the platform. We did an agreement with a friend of Nikki who is having a very good platform. And tomorrow we're going to meet with Eric to discuss some of the curriculum for the content. Basically, we are going to be teaching about Bitcoin starter, DeFi starter, all of the content related to the blockchain, but from the minimum and then to the maximum. And that's all that I got right now. We're still working on it. It's a working process, and that's all for now.
Angelo, how's the use cases map going? I think that when we have this event coming up in July, that map should really grow. Yeah.
The map is growing so fast. We are passing the 50 use cases, and we start 1.5 months before, and with just 3, and we are almost 50 because the doubling was huge success, and that a lot of people is adding a lot of more cases. And I know Yaroslav is having a lot of more cases. Also, you have a lot of another more cases too, and we need to keep that running and also adding more people.
Well,
I am doing that every week, adding more.
Technically, everyone who goes through Yaroslav's training programs uses ExOs and can become a case if they want to. And hundreds and hundreds of people have done that, like many hundreds. I don't know how many, but the reality is that we should start working backwards through that as well. So this is great. Thank you. I love this quite a lot, actually. So
yeah, still working. That's continually improving.
All right. Very good then. All right. Anybody else? I don't think I missed anybody else, but does anybody else have something you're thinking, gosh, if we just It would be so much better then. Anything? If not, everybody gets 10 minutes back, and that is never a crime. So, all right. I think I was reading, you can make, what is it? You can make more dollars, you can make more tokens, but you can never make more minutes. So let's treat them with respect. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Incredible. Absolutely in awe of all the things that are going on. So thank you. And we will talk again this time next week.